Hi everyone, welcome back to the Money Wine and Cheese Club TV. My name is Sarah, and as usual, I'm here to talk about all things money and life. Today, we're diving into something that we all wonder about. How can I cut back on expenses without feeling like I'm giving up the comforts I enjoy? Well, good news. It's completely possible to downsize your spending while still living comfortably. I'll be sharing some of my top tried and true strategies that won't leave you feeling deprived. First, let's talk about housing. If your kids have moved out or if your space just feels too big, downsizing could be a big money saver. But moving isn't the only way to lower housing costs. You could rent out a room for an extra income or look into refinancing your mortgage for a lower rate. Another simple trick: reduce your heating and cooling costs by using energy efficient curtains, for example, and sealing drafts around windows and doors. Small changes like these can lead to big savings without changing your lifestyle. Next, let's tackle groceries. The cost of food seems to go up every time we go shopping. Am I right or am I right? But meal planning is an amazing way to save without cutting back on quality. Start by planning a week's worth of meals based on what's already in your pantry. Also, consider swapping a couple of dinners for affordable, delicious meals like homemade soups or pasta dishes. And finally, skip prepackaged ready to eat items. They're convenient but cost a lot more than fresh ingredients. And for me, this was a game changer: meal planning. I mean, when you think about it, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but it does change your life. It frees up your mind because you don't have to constantly be thinking about what you're going to make or cook or buy, but also you have all the ingredients there, and it saves you a lot of money and time when you go grocery shopping because you have a list. So you stick to that list. It's important that you do that because that's one of the ways you are going to save a lot of money. Now, utilities and subscriptions, I call this one the silent money leak because we often overlook it. Try to unplug devices when they're not in use and switch off lights when you leave the room. You'll be surprised by the savings. For subscriptions, for example, review everything you've signed up for. Are there streaming services or magazines you hardly use or even remember you have them? It's okay to keep a few you love, but cancel any extras. You can always resubscribe if you miss them, but I promise most of them, yeah, you won't really. And now, entertainment and hobbies. Downsizing here doesn't mean you have to cut out all the fun. I'm all about living your best life today. So, look into free and discounted events in your area. Many places offer discounts for students, seniors, or loyalty discounts on movies, theater tickets, and classes. So, ask around. Just go to your local community and ask if there's anything. You might have to sign up for it, and you'll be informed if anything does come up, if there's nothing around. Also, explore community activities like book clubs or exercise groups, great ways to have fun without spending a lot. I know that my community offers this. It offers yoga, Pilates, knitting club, at least those. And they're pretty popular around here. So, just check it out. And finally, let's talk about clothes. Yes, our wardrobe and our beauty. A well curated wardrobe of versatile basics can do wonders for your budget. Consider swapping clothes with friends or investing in classic pieces that you will love for years to come. When it comes to beauty, try to cut back on products you don't use often. Simplifying your skincare routine is a win win for both your skin and your wallet, and also your time. You'll see it is a time sucker. That's my excuse anyway, but don't mind me. So, there you have it: easy ways to downsize expenses without sacrificing comfort. These aren't about extreme frugality, but about making mindful choices that align with our values and goals. Downsizing expenses can actually make life feel lighter and more joyful. And I'm all about the joy. You know that I am a great advocate to living our best life today. That doesn't mean I need to just spend money like if there's no tomorrow. No, it just means that I want to be able to buy or subscribe to that magazine, buy that perfume, but it's a choice. So I have to make choices and cut somewhere else to have that. Or even if I don't need to cut because I can afford to have it all, why should I be? It's just it's just a waste of money because you don't actually need all of the stuff. You need to have peace of mind. You have to have freedom. For me, the older I get, that's what keeps coming up as living my best life. Having the time to go for a walk, not being a slave to my house because there's so much stuff to clean because I have a lot of stuff. Mind you, I have stuff, I love stuff. And it's aligned with who I am, with what I want, how it makes me feel. And the same might go for beauty products or clothes, whatever it is that really brings you joy, do that, do more of that. But do you really need, I don't know, when you go get out of a room, do you really need to leave all the lights on? Can you just unplug a few things? It will save you a lot of money there, and you'll be, even taking better care of the planet. So that's something to think about. These are very practical things that we can do. We can start today. I talk about utilities. Hey, look at your insurance. That's one of the first things I check every year or every 2 years. I go over my insurance and I shop around and I try to get better deals. Do the same with your subscriptions. Now you have three different streaming services. You're not watching them all at the same time. Why not do like 1 or 2 months of one and then another month of or two of another one? And that way you'll always have novelty. There are always new shows and you're always excited to go and watch them. So you actually use those services. As if you have all of three at the same time, you might just feel overwhelmed and end up not even watching anything. So think, what does it mean to you, and go with it. Just try it out. And another thing I want to mention is meal planning. I did say it is a life changing changer, and it was a life changer for me. And I really, really recommend that everybody does it because it frees up your mind, your mental space, because you're not constantly thinking, what am I going to cook? What am I going to have for dinner? What are we going to have for dinner? So you have a plan. It's there. I mean, yes, you deviate from it. Instead of eating, I don't know, lasagna tonight, well, you're feeling like you want fish. It's fine. But when you don't have the capacity or if you don't want to have to be thinking about it all the time, it's a great way to keep your sanity, to keep nutritious food on the table because you're cooking from scratch and you won't have an excuse to just go and grab something or go and get some takeout. It really saves a lot of time, money, and it's a peace of mind for me when I know that all is taken care of. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out, and it's your free way of supporting me on this journey. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!